I have a question, honestly.
Yes.
So when I moved here, I had sex before, so I wanted to know how can you stop doing it.
You have what?
I had sex before.
Oh, you had sex before?
So I want to know how do you stop.
Slut maker.
Yes, that was me. But I'm trying to get over it.
Yes.
But sometimes it's like a habit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. It's kind of hard to once you've done it. Like it's kind of hard to go back and stop doing it.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Try not to do it, but if you get to the point where you really have to, don't judge yourself. And don't get all into it. Don't go like, oh, baby, 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 baby.
Honestly,
don't take it to dinner and all that. And if you have to do it, just do a quick bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And don't make it a big deal. And after a while, because you're aware of what you're doing, the awareness of it will cause you to have self-control, and you can wait until marriage.
I actually needed to hear that because I stopped doing it for like 7-8 months.
Yes.
And then I did it, and I was just blaming myself for.
Yeah, don't do that. You went 7 to 8 months, and you find yourself doing it again, and say, oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
And don't make a big deal out of it at all. God is not holding it against you. You shouldn't hold it against yourself, but Satan makes you feel guilty. He will make you judge yourself. It's not from God. God is okay with it, and he'll take it away from you. Do not judge yourself.
I really needed to hear that. Thank you.
And Satan's going to try, oh, you're supposed to be an observer. You're a Christian. Look at you now. And you'll go, oh, man, I hate myself. And then you become a big slut maker again. All right? Don't judge yourself. It's enough to know you want to get it under control. God is with you, and he will bring that under control. It'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
All right?
Thank
So
you.
don't make a big deal of it. Don't
you.
judge yourself.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you so much.
Of ourselves, we can do nothing. Of ourselves, we know nothing. All right? So don't judge yourself. Amazing.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's all.
All right. I'm glad you're here, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
All
it.
right, slut maker. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is obviously the Catholic upbringing in me talking.
Yeah.
So I totally understand what you're saying, what you've been saying about if you mess up or whatever, don't beat yourself up over it. Just let it roll off your back
Yeah.
and move
And
on.
if you pay attention to the thoughts, you're going to notice that it's Satan telling you all that crap. Oh, you're no good, or
Right.
you're this or that, or you lied, or you this, right? It's not God talking to you.
Well,
it's Satan.
my question then is, what's the point then if we can just say, oh, let's, like if you kind of know, like on the other side of doing the sin or the bad thing is just like, oh, I'll just not make a big deal out of it. What's the incentive to just not do it, or what's the incentive to do right if you can just say, oh, no judgment, after doing
Very
it.
good question.
You know what I mean?
The anchor baby want to respond, and then Mark, and then I'll answer real fast.
The anchor baby.
Yeah. He's like, if you just going to say, oh, no big deal. What's your question? What's the point to that?
What's preventing you from just doing it again?
Oh, I see.
So like if we can just say, it's no big deal. I don't need to judge it.
I got it.
Basically, it's like the Catholic guilt in me is saying, because they work on the other side of the equation where it's
Right.
like, you better not do it.
Have you ever seen the Pope lately?
I don't like the, no.
So don't ask the Pope.
To be fair, I grew up in a really strict sect of the Catholic Church where they really try to not deal with the Vatican II aspect of it. But yeah, generally speaking, you get the, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and because you're saying like, what's even the point of trying to do right?
You're just gonna say, oh, no big deal.
But isn't that what you've been trying to do this whole time, trying to do right? Isn't that why we're kind of here and we've kind of listened? Why Jesse's message makes sense is because you've been trying to do right, but it's not working. So really, like, it's not really an incentive. Oh, you're not looking for an incentive. You're trying to really truly overcome.
Yeah.
And so once you stop judging and you're still and you really pay attention and you start seeing that, wow, I'm being influenced by this thing. I'm being influenced by this thing. And then it starts going away. That's your incentive, is that you actually start overcoming.
Yeah. You wanted to add to that, Mark?
I was going to say that that's just all like intellectual talk. You know, that's a story. I was
Well, he
raised
said,
Catholic
yeah,
too.
come from
You know
the
what I mean?
Catholic
I don't
stuff.
relive that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Satan wants to tell you, oh, but if this and this and this and this, and then there's no point, right? And that's all in your mind. Everything is in your, you know, Matthew says if you hear a voice, it's from the enemy,
Yeah.
no matter how good it sounds. You know? So it's all about just letting go, like not figuring it out. If you try to figure it out, you're going to end up regretting something.
Yeah.
You're going to think you're so clever, I got it, and there's going to be a little confusion, but I got to hold on, and da-da-da-da-da. This is Satan's world. This is how he gets people. I remind myself, Jesse prays every morning and night. You know what I mean? Who am I?
Me.
You know what I'm saying? We have to just let go of everything.
And to add to that, you don't want to judge yourself. Because if you judge yourself for doing that, you're playing God. And you're acting as though you can end that yourself. And you can't. So what you do when you be still, you're allowing God's will to be done. And he will take that away from you. So when he wake you up, he will cleanse all that stuff away from you. But if you did it and then you listen to the voice of Satan judging you, you're playing God again. You'll get into it because you're playing God again. But if you know that that is something you want to have control over, then God will take care of it. You're letting him do it by not judging yourself for it. You're not saying that it's okay to just do it, oh, no big deal. Because you're now of love, you're of God, and you know that he's going to cleanse you of that stuff anyway. And you know not to judge yourself for doing it. And Satan makes you beat yourself up because he's trying to pull you back into the darkness. That makes sense? Yeah, you're not saying that it's okay to do it. It's just that you're not judging yourself for it because you see of yourself you could do nothing.
If I can just add to it, like it's like, again, I'm sure it's just all my thoughts,
Right.
put in, you know, obviously, but it's just like, where would we draw the line then? I kind of is what I keep kind of wondering. It's like,
You draw the line by stop judging yourself for it.
okay,
Because when you judge yourself, you can't overcome it. He can't, because Satan is your daddy, and Satan is not going to take it away from you. But if you don't judge yourself, God will take it away.
okay,
Because of ourselves, we can do nothing. It's a spirit.
gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I just need to smoke on it some more, but I get the concept. I do.
Yeah, you're not okaying it. You're discerning.
Yeah.
You're not playing God with it. You know of yourself you can do nothing.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And then you go without trying to do it. You go and go. And eventually, when it does come every 8 months or whatever, it won't be a big deal.
Right.
You know, if you do find yourself doing it, it'll be, and then you'll go another year. And then eventually, the thought of it is way here, and Satan cannot get you to do it anymore.
Well,
you can wait.
How this kind of popped into my head was, again, it was maybe I was just misinterpreting it, but I'm seeing that kind of similar mentality in the world, like especially out in these liberal lefty worlds where it's just like, oh, what's the big deal? Like, who are you to judge me? Like, you know what I mean?
Why that is, right? Because Satan is imitating God. Everything that God does, he pretends to be God.
Right.
And so he'll tell you the same thing that what God would say, right? But he'll deceive you.
Yeah, and it's like, I totally get that. It's just like, we were saying before, like how I kind of lost some friendships recently. Is
Right.
like everyone's like going on about, especially now, is like pride this, pride that, and I would make a comment like, we need to bring shame back. Like, if you see like some of this crap, like shame needs to make a huge comeback because I'm like, where do we draw the line? Because now it's like I feel like every year this time comes around. I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid or whatever, but like I'm seeing it hit kids now more aggressively. Like every year, this craziness comes around, and I'm like, I would have these conversations with people. I'm like, where do we draw the line? And then they would say like, oh, you're just being judgmental. Like, who are you?
They're supposed to. You got to realize the kingdom of heaven is inside of us.
Yeah.
The new world is here. The old world is still happening on the outside of us. So
Okay.
be grateful that you can see all that happening.
Right.
You should be thankful that you see these kids getting worse and all this craziness is happening, and you're going to see that you're in it, but not of it. It's going to be amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. And so God is looking out for you as Satan is looking out for his children.
Gotcha.
It's the Old Testament happening.
No, I totally see that now.
Yeah, so
And
you're
it's-
in it, but
yeah.
not of it. And don't
Right.
expect them to come under control because they can't.
Okay.
They must be born again. And that's where you step in. Hey, you got to overcome this. This is madness.
Right.
This is, I was at a family member house and they were arguing about, one of my cousins arguing about her son. I'm like, you the problem. He hate you. No, he doesn't. I don't care. I'm like, well, don't try to help him if you're not going to be honest about the real deal.
Right.
But if they don't want to do it, that's fine. No sweat. So, but we are in the world to shine the light on the darkness because they cannot see.
Okay.
All
No,
right?
it makes sense
So
now, yeah.
expect the world to happen. Things that are happening is not new. It's in the Old Testament.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks.
Okay. Let me take this young lady first.
Thank you. I want to add to that. My answer would be, the reason you don't do the things, even if you would say, oh, it's not a big deal if you did it, right? The reason you don't is because either you want to live in the Spirit or you don't. You keep your eye on the prize. Like either you want to be with God or you don't want to be with God. And so you don't want to make a big deal out of it and overthink, like everybody
Right.
said. If that
you don't
happens,
say that it's not a
but-
big deal if I do it. You don't say that. It's if you should fall into that old habit, you just don't resent yourself for it.
Yeah.
Don't plan to do it. Don't think, oh, it's not a big deal, so I'm going to go do it. Not like that.
Yeah.
You just don't resent yourself if you find yourself drinking that water again.
But you have to. But I think that if you do those things, you don't feel like you're in the Spirit anymore. You do lose that, and so either you want that or you don't. And that kind of relates to the shame thing, because I don't think shame can go away, because I think shame is what everybody feels on the inside when they are separated from God.
Yeah.
But the society now tells people that that's not real. Oh, that's just society telling you to feel.
Yeah.
And so now people are just left doing all the things that separate them from God and feeling empty and suicidal and having no idea why.
That's right.
But the shame is still
Absolutely.
on the inside. People just
That's
deny
why they
it.
get mad at you when you remind them that they are wrong.
Yeah.
We need shame back because they're not listening to the consciousness of God, and they don't want a physical person telling them the truth either. So they try to shut you down because you remind them that they're wrong.
Yeah.
Amazing. You're absolutely right. Amazing. And make sure you donate to Vaughn, because some of you are being helped, but you don't donate. Give whatever you can. We definitely need it. And thank you for your super chats and all that. Make sure you follow and tweet and subscribe and all that good stuff, because they are trying to stop us, that's for sure. But with God with us, when one door closes, another will open.